guys, what's going on? Alright, so you see the title, not very good, but let's go ahead and start, and I'm going to explain what's going on if you have not filed or whatever. So we were duped or whatever. I'm sure we just really had no choice. They act like we have any choice. It doesn't matter. So pretty much most people are going to get either a lower than normal refund, or they're going to get no refund, or they will end up paying back whenever they file their taxes, which is extremely bad. And there's a lot of angry people. If you've not heard yet, it's trending right now or whatever on Twitter, hashtag GOP tax scam or something like that. Alright, here's some tweets. So this guy says, big fan, but with taxes capped at $10K, just lost out on a $6,000 write-off over cap. No longer get to write off $4,000 for me and $4,000 for my son. And the tax bracket. Looking for that tax break as I write this check to the IRS. That sucks. I voted for you and believed in the things that you were doing, but you screwed us, the middle class, with taxes. I can't itemize anything. How about a flat tax and get rid of the earned income credit? I have to pay $2,000 more in taxes this year. What happened? I voted for you and thought you were fixing this, not making it worse. I thought I would get money back this year. Wait, what happened? My tax is half of last year. I thought we were all going to get an additional $4K. Lies. Has anyone seen any improvement? Despite everything staying the same, I saw a decrease of 66%. And essentially, that is indeed what they did. So, what happened was during the year, apparently you were supposed to, on your W-2, change the amount of dependents you have or whatever. So essentially there was no actual tax break. They just want to play with the numbers to make it look like you have one, and then at the end of the year you're gonna pay, kind of like what happened during the Reagan years. So whenever you go to file, the biggest reasons that you will not get your refund, or the things that have been most affected, are the mortgages. Whenever you usually can claim your mortgage insurance, your mortgage insurance, a bunch of different things. You cannot really itemize like you used to. Now it's just this standard deduction, and it's screwing over a lot of people. Also, the mortgage principal, it's the principal and your interest. Okay, you used to be able to claim it, and now it's a lower number, and if it's over that, then you can't claim that amount. Another thing is that, let me see, I said that part. So essentially the IRS altered the withholdings during the year, and then at the end of the year you end up still paying the same amount. But don't worry, because the big corporations still get their huge ass freaking tax breaks, which is absolutely amazing. What? So on the first day back, from the government shutdown, the first bill that they pushed through and voted for, because it was so important, was the estate tax for the richest 1,700 families in the U.S. Isn't that sweet? That's awesome. So essentially what ended up happening was Walmart got a $2.2 billion tax break forever, a year, and the Walton family, with their estate tax up to $63 billion, they'll never have to pay taxes on. The Koch family, the Mars family, let me see, all of these other, whatever. So they got all these billions of dollars of tax credit, so they don't ever have to pay on any estate tax, which Teddy Roosevelt put it very well whenever he's the one that implemented it back in whenever he was president. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. But that's what happened. It's absolutely ridiculous. So they got an awesome deal, and again, we got screwed. So apparently, if you did not make over $500,000 this year, you will not be getting a tax break. So what I'm going to show you is just a little breakdown to see how much of your taxes goes where, okay? Because a lot of people seem to be very confused about that, which is understandable because they tell us all kind of crazy stuff all the time. Alright, so if you make $50,000 a year, you can gauge from there. That's the median household income in our country. I'm going to show you how much you pay towards food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, Medicare, and to corporate subsidies. What do I mean by corporate subsidies? If you have not watched my corporate subsidies video, I will link it at the end of this video. It is an eye-opener, and it's pretty much Amazon, Walmart, all of these people get all these tax breaks or don't have to pay taxes, all of this crazy stuff. Some farmers that aren't really farmers, it's just they own farmland, get money to not farm their land. Like, there's, I think, 350 people just like in upstate New York, not upstate New York, I'm sorry, like in Manhattan and stuff, that get this farmer's tax credit. Like a few $100,000 every year to not farm their little vacation property they have maybe in Iowa or something. Yeah. Even a Rockefeller. It's really awesome. So I'm explaining this not to say that anybody's dumb. It's just most of us believe what we're hearing, and then we don't really look at it, and then it just turns into a big mess. So I'm going to explain it to you to where you know where to actually direct your anger. I'm not saying be angry at anybody. I'm just saying people look at the wrong things, and that's what the corporations want. They want to make sure that you are looking everywhere except for at them. Okay, so if you made $50,000 a year to FEMA, you're going to pay $4. Yeah, $4 whole to FEMA. Then we have military defense. You pay $250. $250. Food stamps, you pay $38. This is a year, guys, not a month. If anybody was confused. Food stamps, $38. I'm sure most of you would probably have no problem handing a hungry person $38 once a year. So I don't find that that's a problem. And honestly, most people on food stamps are elderly. The majority of people that get it are elderly or disabled. And medically disabled, not just faking disabled. They have a whole chart, but it's like the vast majority. Then we have Medicare and Medicaid. And that you can kind of consider you're going to get back, hopefully one day. You know, you'll be getting Medicare, or whatever one it is, Medicaid, Medicare when you're older. So $235 a year. Again, this is a year. Then we have the welfare program. That is, whoops. Oh, that one's $7. What did I say? Yeah. Oh, this one, FEMA is $4 and welfare is $7 a year. And then we get to corporate subsidies. So many people will, I mean, most have estimated it at $6,000 and some have said $4,000. So we can cut it in half and go 5. So there you go, right there. That's how much you pay if you make, and if, you know, just average it, you know, you make 100,000, double it. You know, it's around that. But those are essentially the percentages. So when you get all upset about them raising taxes or whatever the case may be, most people are upset about this one and this one. Welfare and food stamps. That is 40, oops, crap, $45-ish if you make 50,000. $45 in comparison to corporate subsidies, which is, let's be conservative and say $5,000. So that's essentially to make the rich richer. And that's not just because I'm saying it, because that's who it goes to. It doesn't go to help out smaller businesses. It doesn't go help out small farms. No, that is not what corporate subsidies are for. It is, and I've gone over that in my other video, it's to make the rich richer. I mean, they don't have to pay taxes. They make so much money because of their lobbying. It all goes back to lobbying. You know, they essentially pay their lobbyists more than they pay their employees. It's quite disturbing, especially when you look at Walmart and Amazon and things like that. But I just wanted to show y'all that, because before you do your taxes and be shocked, now you know. And now I'm going to show you some tweets from some actual people that, like us, that voted for Trump. Well, you might not have, whoever's watching, but I did. But I don't have a problem saying I made a mistake, that we were being screwed. And now I'm also going to talk about what happened with the immigration. So this recent spending bill essentially made it open borders. That essentially is what the amnesty part of the spending bill is. So he got like 1.3 for the wall, then he's doing the national emergency. That's going to take probably a year to even iron out. But while that's all happening, anybody that has a child and comes to the border can stay. And not just stay at the facility at the border, now they get to come into the country and stay, which they'll probably never show up for their court date, whatever the case. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But that's what he signed. I'm not sure how that's winning. So it pretty much made it to where ICE can no longer deport people that are already here, and anybody that has a child can definitely not be deported, or even if you live in a home where you are saying that you are sponsoring a child. And if you come to the border with a child, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out what that's going to do, but I'll explain it anyway. That's going to make human trafficking, child trafficking, even worse. It's like, I'm gonna grab this child, I'm gonna go to the US. Like, seriously? That's what he signed. And then supposedly he's upset about it, like he didn't know that was in there. But I'm just gonna be honest, he has ran a business for his entire life, essentially. You're telling me he doesn't read contracts? And, you know, if this was a business deal, well, maybe not, because I guess that's his money and this is just our country. I just find it hard to believe that he signed something without reading it, if he cared. I mean, I believe that he didn't read it, but, and then on top of that, we have had 69 gun regulations since he has been president. Now they're trying to federally ban magazines over 10. A 10 capacity magazine. And like I said in my other video, it's because people have let their guard down, and they're still letting their guard down. They're just ignoring it. Oh no, this is 4D chess, 17D chess. He has to get his enemies closer, and okay. So Elliot Abrams, John Bolton, now Bill Barr, all part of Iran-Contra. All of the Goldman Sachs people that have been in his administration. It's all just a game, right? We just don't understand. Maybe I'm that stupid. Maybe I am that stupid and I don't understand 5D, 17D chess. Maybe it's part of the plan. I don't know. Y'all have a great night. Like, share, subscribe.